If you become king, what would you do?
I would live my best life.
That's great, but personally, I'd work on our people.
Why work for the people when they could work for you?
Go back to you, brother.
I don't need luck to be you. What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but the king only wants to speak with Mufasa.
Excuse me.
My father is a fool to think that he would choose someone that rules with his people and not rule over them. Is the downfall of a king not when his people have the same amount of power as him? This cannot go long. I cannot allow my brothers to be king, or this country will face its ruin.
You want to speak with me, Father?
Refer to me as king.
I'm sorry, my king.
Over the past few years, I've seen what you have done for this country and its people. I've seen you act as a leader, and a great one at that. With that being said, I would like to give up my position as king to you.
I'm grateful, my king, but what about my brother Scar? Does he not face any recognition in your eyes?
He indeed is strong and courageous, but lacks the power to be compassionate. And if he were to be king, he would bring this kingdom down to its knees.
I heard that father has given you the right to rule.
Well, I don't think I deserve it, but I don't have much choice now.
You're right, you don't deserve it.
You think you'd be a better king?
Of course I would. I actually know how to rule over my people.
Ruling with your people is the best way to grow your kingdom.
Ruling with your people is the best way to lose your power as king.
Now I see why Father didn't choose you. You're just power hungry.
You're a fool! Now our kingdom shall know a great leader.
Uncle, what's that noise about?
I got injured trying to save your father.
Wait, what happened to my father?
Your father is no longer in the realm of the living.
No! Father! No! Good morning, Uncle.
Call me king and kneel while you're at it.
Sorry, my king.
Did you clean the castle?
No, my king. I just woke up.
Excuses. Did you make my breakfast?
No, my king.
Useless. Did you have a successful hunt at least?
No, my king.
Useless, useless, useless! What am I gonna do with you? Useless child! You can't do simple tasks when I ask you. Maybe I should do with him like I did his father. Huh, that would be funny. Like father, like son.
He killed the king? And he's planning to kill his son? I must warn him.
With this, I'm almost done.
Simba, I'm so glad I found you. I have something important to tell you.
Calm down. What's the problem?
I can't tell you here. You have to go somewhere private.
Wait, what is this place?
It's a basement underneath the castle.
Why'd you bring me here?
I must tell you what your uncle, the king, said.
So what did you want to talk to me about?
I overheard your uncle say that he killed your father, the previous king, and now he's planning on killing you too.
This can't be true. How do I know you're not lying?
Please, believe me, sir. I heard it with my own 2 ears.
You have indeed served my family well for many years, so I'll trust you. But what are we going to do about it then?
We must avenge your father's death.
Scar, I know what you have done. So you plan to kill me, huh?
That's the plan. Nothing much a pathetic little runt like you can do about it.
I'll show you. Ah! Ah! This kingdom shall now know peace.
A significant quote for the director's cut would be in Act 3, Scene 1, lines 127 to 129, which read, "How many times shall Caesar bleed in sport? The now unpoppy..."
In Act 3, Scene 1, lines 74 through 79, where Caesar says, "But there's but one in all doth hold his place. So in the world 'tis furnished well with men, and men are flesh and blood and apprehensive. Yet in the number I do know but one, that unassailable holds on his rank, unshaked of motion, and that I am he. Let me a little show it, even in this, that our constant simper should be banished, and constant to remain to keep himself. This quote said by Caesar is basically saying that, unlike other men, he is beyond questioning, and someone who will never shift from his position. This shows Caesar's arrogance and true self, not caring for anyone else besides himself.
One significant quote that we have is, "What means this shouting? I do fear the people chose Caesar for their king." This can be seen when Mufasa is allowed to enter the castle and is going to talk with the king while Scar stays outside. All that he can think about is, oh my god, what means of this? Does that mean that Mufasa is going to be king now? Very similar to what happened in the book of Julius Caesar.
The director's cut edit we decided to make was when we killed off Mufasa. We went from a horizontal panel recording to a vertical recording, which was meant to show Scar's narrow-minded thinking, how he only thought of him, what was in front of him, and how he was in control. He never really got the whole picture. And we also zoomed into his face to emphasize that by truly showing how selfish he was and how he just didn't think of anyone else besides himself.
One of the editing things that we had was when it zoomed into mine or Scar's face in the movie. That's a good editing choice because it shows just how shocked and bewildered Scar was when he saw that his brother, that he had thought had no chance of getting the throne, got called in to speak with the king by himself. That can only mean one thing, that he's going to be the new king. So when he heard this, he couldn't believe it. All the shock, all the confidence that he had just seen right on the screen.
Thundering as our choice of background noises because it emphasizes the impact the kingdom has had when Mufasa died. Roaring in thunder to a new king who will ruin the kingdom that Mufasa has built. We chose The Lion King because the plot of the movie closely resembles the play. From Caesar being known for defeating Pompey, to Scar killing Mufasa the king, to other similar plot points like Scar becoming the new king, and Caesar, even though not right out saying it, but having the powers of a king. They also both end up being killed by people that are close to them, like Brutus and the conspirators, to Simba, who is a nephew of Scar.